Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish. Supplement, hold on. I miscalculated. Hi, everyone. It's Wise Women's Wednesday. Here come the wise women. Already in the house, we have Nancy. Cheers, Nancy. I've got my Pellegrino. My water is upstairs. My hot milk is upstairs, chilling in the fridge because I'm playing pickleball after this. Alice is in the house. Catherine, Jocelyn. Hello, hello. It's so good to have you here. Doris, Jackie, Sandy, hello. Juanita, well, good afternoon, Missy. Hello, Michelle. It's good to have you all here. Boy, do I have some thoughts for you today. I got some thoughts. I've got some thoughts. But first, Martha, hello. And Catherine, did I miss you? Of course I didn't. I would never miss you. I just want to say something to Sandy that I've been thinking about since last night. We've had our meeting for Take Back Your Body. And by the way, if you've never done any of our small groups, they are so yummy. Let me just tell you, they're really yummy. We have 8 weeks, so this is week 2. And boy, was it ever something? But she just she really touched me with what she said, because honestly, our numbers have dropped so much on doing the show that I thought maybe I should just drop doing the shows. And then she said something to me that just lit me up and just made me think, this is part of my mission. This is part of my mission. So I'm here, I'm doing my shows. And if it touches you and if it helps you, then that's enough for me. So anyway, I'm just letting you know, because I'm trying to be a good businesswoman, be very numbers oriented and be very wise with my time. And anyway, she answered that question for me last night. Lynn, hello. It's good to have you here. Jeanette, hi. Nice to have you. Look at everybody just clamoring on in here. Isn't it so good to be together? It really is. One of the things that we need to recognize as women is how important it is to be together. Nancy, thank you. You are so sweet. I appreciate you more than you know. I appreciate you all way more than you know. And I don't express it enough. So my appreciation for you is endless. This is my journal for this year. I just want you to see what I wrote on the front of it. Building the life I desire daily. That's what I wrote on the front of this. And inside of it, of course, I've got lots of stuff in here that is, all about what I'm trying to build, what I'm seeing for my life. And Alice, love you. Thank you so much. Our community is our strength. Juanita, thank you so much. That's so sweet. Sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes I'm not fishing for compliments. Please understand that I'm really not. I just want to know that, I want what I do to be effective, Sweethearts, thank you so much. You guys are just are so sweet. And I just, that's all. I just want to I want to honor your time, everyone's time, honestly. And I want to make sure that I'm a good steward with that. And I want to make sure that I'm doing the right things and checking the boxes, baby. We got to check those boxes. Yes, we all need confirmation, don't we? Hi, Corliss, Kathy. You're so glad. I'm so glad you're here, Jeanette. Thank you. You are so sweet. So I will not stop doing the shows. I've cut down. I used to do 6 shows a week, sometimes twice a day. If you remember that back in the old days. Sandy's eating frogs today. And now I'm down to 4 shows, and I feel good about that. I feel really good about that. I record Mondays because I've made it a priority that my physical needs are met. So I'm out there I'm in charge of a ladies pickleball round robin. And when it hits 1 o'clock and I'm yelling at people to get to their different courts, I'm thinking about all of you listening to my recorded show. So anyway, Martha, thank you. Rebecca, thank you. I'm so pleased. Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. I honestly, I just wanted to acknowledge that it was a confirmation of what I just needed to hear that, because I needed to know this was the way to go. Sometimes, and I didn't want to ask, because whatever. And so it was just quite a neat thing. Doesn't God work in mysterious ways, right? Pinkies up on that one. Anyway, as you know, we are super busy. We are shipping one heck of a lot of drop. Y'all are all over this like white on rice. This stuff is thebomb.com. It is our proprietary blood sugar reduction formula, shall we say. Every single ingredient in it is essential to help drop your blood sugar naturally. Okay? You just have to check out the page. We have a buy one, get one. This is a special introductory offer, and never, never, ever will I ever do this again. We did a special buy on this, and you are getting the benefit of it. Buy one, get one free. Go to savingdinner.com/show. You haven't stacked my show, Alice. I love it. Okay, well, I want to keep you on their treadmill, so I will never stop that. Kathy said that she catches it even when she's, when she's not home. Well, good. I appreciate that so much. I will keep doing this. You're waiting for your mail. It's all gone out. I will tell you, Mr. Mark's been a busy man. He is a busy man. So we just made a big decision yesterday. I'm just telling you all about my life. We were supposed to go to Tahoe. We have a timeshare that we've had for a long time, and we've stacked up. And by the way, if you ever want to get a timeshare, it's kind of a great deal, but never buy them at those presentations. There's timeshare resale type things online. And we bought a timeshare for $1,000, and we get a whole week, 7 days at Hilton Head or whatever. And we took all of our time and we traded it, and we were going to go to Lake Tahoe. And go skiing. Well, guess what happened? The airfare doubled of what it was going to be. The skiing is almost $200 a day per person. Come on. So there's that, which is just ridiculous. And then also to add to all of that and to put us all in a car, that car was going to be about $1,500. And I just looked at Mark and I said, we're not rich money bag folks. This is ridiculous. So we canceled the whole thing, and we have all the kids coming out and staying with us. So we moved my little gym out into where the ping pong table is. We moved the ping pong table upstairs, and now we're changing my little gym into a guest room, and everybody's going to be here. So I am a happy mama. So in February 18th through the 26th or whatever, I've got my nest is full with my little chicks, and I'm counting the days. So excited. But it's sad about the skiing, but I just don't understand where people, I guess it's just not in the cards anymore. I hope we can go next year. We'll see. Look at the quote of the week. Look at the quote. Do you like it? Suzanne. Who's Suzanne? I haven't said hello to Suzanne. I didn't see her. You know what, Alice? This will help. Because a lot of times, let me just tell you one thing that's interesting about blood sugar. As we get older, our blood sugar levels naturally go up. So does our cholesterol. Other things naturally go down. And she's here. That's so sweet. Hi, Suzanne. Anyway, Jackie, that's great. But we have to be on top of that. and just watching and kind of getting a baseline of where we are. Obviously our doctors will tell you that they get pleased when they see us under 90. My doctor, mine's about 88 fasting, blood sugar levels. I'd like it lower, just because it's healthier and better. And you can do this naturally. So I have not started taking drop yet. That's honest thing. I'm taking our new joint support that we have coming out. So good. Anyway, we have that coming out probably, I'm going to say March, April, right around there. It depends. We need to do that, but that's also an excellent formulation. We have a really good formulator that works with us. When I tell him exactly what I want, he said, "This is what we need to do." And then we put it together and presto chango. What a privilege that we get to do that, right? And you get the benefit of it all. He knows our audience. He knows who he's working with. So he's a great guy. His name's Jason. So today's stuff that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the power of pursuit. Isn't that so yummy and juicy? It is. It's yummy and juicy. And if you look at what our quote of the week is, this is how we get the power in pursuit, by understanding this, that a no uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes merely uttered to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. We can't be people pleasers if we are going to be in the power of pursuit for the vibrant lives that we want, can we? We can't be worried about what other people are going to think, how other people are going to judge us. That's all on them, by the way. That is all on them. And what a sad, sad way to live, that you are going to sit there and spend your time and your energy focused on other people and gossiping about them and making judgments about them. It's really sad. It happens, but it's extraordinarily low vibe. Low vibe. And you know what I say to low vibe stuff? Forget about it. Jama, hello. There's Suzanne. So glad to see you. That's been a minute too. Anyway, drop, blood sugar issues, etc., etc., etc. Definitely check this out. It's at savingdinner.com/show. Buy one, get one. And remember, this is the introductory thingy only. It'll never happen again. It's only this week. Get on it. All right, let's talk about, by the way, who's doing the Vibrant Body Detox? I know that Mother Hen is. I know that. But if you're doing the Vibrant Body Detox, it's day 3. How's it going? You can let me know. And also stay active in our Hot Melt Sprint group. You want people to support you and love you up and encourage and give you what you need? They are there. They are there. And boy, aren't those recipes delicious? I say yes. Pinkies up. Good. Going well for Nancy. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, you know what, Lynn? I can't take tablets. They just stick in my craw. I need to do capsules. And the other criteria with them is there are some capsules out there that are like, they're for dinosaurs. They're humongous. They're for horses, not people. So I have a rule that, if we need to go with 2 or 3, okay. But we're not going to do these big, humongous, big ass capsules. We're just not. We're ladies with the ladies' esophagus, right? There you go. So that's the other rule that I have. I'm thinking about you. I'm in the same boat. Anyway, let's talk about this power of pursuit. There's a guy named Price Pritchett, 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 and he wrote a book called The Power of Pursuit. Now, he wrote a series, like 3 of them. It's about quantum leaping from where you are into where you want to go. And it's really fascinating, interesting stuff. You can find them, I believe, on Amazon, but The Power of Pursuit, I thought, was just so good. And one of the things that he said in there is wishing and wanting is not pursuing. Boy, did that land in my journal. It did, because sometimes this is a little food for thought. Sometimes a little truth bomb like that needs to land in your journal so you take it away, so that you can start thinking about, oh my gosh, is this what I'm doing? Am I just wishing for it? Am I just sitting there and, looking at it, yearning for it? That doesn't equal pursuing at all. So, if you think about it this way, think about this way. This is the FBI, and they're all sitting around in a circle, and they are, talking about this criminal, and they hold up a picture and they go, "This is the guy." And then one of the FBI agents says, "Yeah, that's the guy. I really wish that we could. I've got all of this, got all this information. I hope we can find him." And the other guy says, "Yeah, I really want to find this guy. Let's get justice at last." And they're all talking in a circle about wishing and wanting to find the guy. They don't do anything about it, but they wish and they want. Do you think that that's going to help them get him? You think that's going to help you at all? No. So this is the same thing for us. The wishing and wanting is merely a seed. It's allowing us, it's setting up our desire, and we're alerted to the hot desire that we have. That's rocketing right out of us. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want it to be. But it doesn't stop there. It only starts there. And then there's so many action steps that need to go. And me, here I am sitting at my desk with my big stack O 3x5s. And if I have an idea, I'll just write it on there and I'll stick it in my journal, and I'll let it germinate. Sometimes it, comes to something, and sometimes it doesn't come to anything. But the point is that we have to allow these things. And if we want them to come to fruition, then that pursuit is 100% needs to be happening. So remember this, just like criminals leave clues, so does success. Success leaves clues, and that is evidence. We have done this before. Sometimes you've been in a place, maybe you're going, yeah, but I just can't see the evidence for all of this. I can't see it. Go back in time. There was another time in your life where you had this idea that you wished and you wanted for something. You went after it. You got it. You had the success and you gloried in it. Maybe it was, going after your college diploma. Maybe it was in pursuit of doing something hard or difficult, or straightening out even an unmanageable, at least it seemed at the time, relationship. And it worked. It worked. That's your evidence that you know how to do this. That's your evidence that you have the stuff. That's the evidence that says you are competent, you're stronger than you think, you're very capable. Just allow for the process, because we don't. We get a little sick and tired of being sick and tired. We get caught up in the perfectionism of the whole thing. And the process, and allowing for the process, is where the excellence comes in, because then the pursuit can happen. Then the unfolding can happen. And it's right in front of our eyes, and we get to see this stuff happening. It's glory. Y'all remember when I told you, those of you who have been around for a while, it's been a few years now, actually 2 years, because we just celebrated last month our 2-year anniversary being in this house, that my hot desire, since I can't even remember when, it's probably way before I even met Mark, have a house on the lake with a dock and a boat. It was kind of in that rhythm, I could sing it. It was just so, this is exactly what I wanted. I put it on my vision board. I showed you that, right? I'll do it again for a refresher for those of you who haven't seen it. There it was on my vision board. And then it happened, It was the pursuit of that. It was not settling. It was understanding that it would unfold. It was the patience that we had to allow for it. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, there it is. Catherine, do you remember? I think I remember you, Catherine, when I did this is my house. The movers have just left, and I was pretty much hyperactively out of breath, panting. I remember being on the back deck here and saying, just in a sea of boxes and trying to get everything done, just saying, look, this is it. This is the view. This is the everything. If you remember, I did the whole tour. But the dream, it's the dream that moves you. It's the idea of, what if this was mine? What if I had this? What if I could do this? Keep thinking about that, and keep thinking about how that felt. That's the place that we need to live. We need to live in that feeling. It feels good. It feels right. It feels incredible to pursue something and then snag it, doesn't it? We need to live in that feeling. And if we haven't done that yet with something else, we can still go and relive this and feel it again. Amen. A woman without dreams is dead. Right. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to feel all the feels. It feels good to feel that way, doesn't it? It feels good to just languish and lavish yourself in this, oh my gosh, look what we did here. Look at that. The dream of what could be moves you into the direction of going after it. It does. And you know what else it does? It creates some momentum and it pushes you and it keeps you from quitting on yourself. It's great. I mean, if anybody has done this with weight loss, remember that? You know, I just remember when I finally got on board, and it was part of my whole Take Back Your Body aha thing. And it was just like, I suddenly just started to feel like, yeah, this is it. I feel this. I'm in the groove. And it takes a minute sometimes to get into that groove. But once that groove happens, it's just like, man, here I go. Just stay out of my way. Here I go. And it's just boom, boom, boom. And there you go. It's pretty incredible. But the word pursue means to follow something or someone in order to catch them. In order to catch them. And the second part of it is to follow with zeal. Zeal. How often do you use that word? I don't. But zeal just means it's just like this incredible bubbling out joy, you know, of just excitement. And steady interest as well, staying steadily on it, having it steadily be in your mind, not so that you're pining, oh, I just wish I had that, but so that you see, yeah, it's coming. It's around the corner. I'm working my way toward there. It's going to happen. And just having that confidence, even though it's not directly standing in front of you, that if you just stay the course, it will eventually happen, because it will. Reaching is pursuing. It's an active state as opposed to wanting and wishing, which is a passive state, right? Because the fact is that desire will not deliver the goods. It's the pursuit of that desire that will. So if we think about it this way, that movement then needs to be mindful, because it does. Then we need to ask, we need to seek, and we need to do. We need to ask, because sometimes there's something that we're not seeing. Ask, am I missing something here? Does anybody know someone who could help me with X? And when we ask the question, then we're going to get answers. If we don't ask questions, it's always going to be no. You know, that's the truth. And when we seek and we're looking and we're putting it in our reticular activating system, our brains are supersonic, you know? They're like heat-seeking missiles, just looking and looking and looking, trying to find that thing. It's like when you decide, like my son Peter, remember that? The Honda Element? When he decided on that Honda Element, they were all over the highway. You think they weren't before? Of course they were. They were just now in his peripheral. And that's how it happens. Because when you ask, seek, and do, you find. It's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. This or something better is the other thing too. Because again, this does not look like my house at all. It doesn't. Those of you who've been to my house and know and seen and been on my boat and been on my deck and walked down to the lake and around it with me, you know this is not what it looks like. But it was this or something better. I believe we got better. That's what I believe. But we have to do this, and we have to own how we feel. And we can't worry about what other people are going to say. And we can't go to this place of, you know, worrying about what other people are going to say and allowing what they say to make us feel bad. Remember what Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel bad without your consent. So pull the consent form, okay? You don't have to be giving out consent forms. This is not a field trip for people to approve your life. Amen? This is your life, your one shot, your ability, capacity, capability, intelligence, hot desire, everything around what it is that you want. You get that. That's yours. Own it. Own it. You're worth it. You're here on purpose and for purpose after all. And where do you think that desire came from in the first place? Where do you think it came from? I'm telling you, it was planted by God himself. It was. He wants to give you the desires of your heart, but he's not going to do it if you're sitting on your butt. Just plain and simple. He's not going to do it if you're just, sitting there yearning and wishing upon a star. That's only for Snow White, not us. There is no Prince Charming coming. It's all about you, sister. It's all about you and your get up and get them. You've got it. Use it. So I've got a to-do list for you. You ready? I've got 10 things for you. And the first one is create a positive mantra or quote to remind you. I want a house on the water with a dock and a boat. That was mine. That was mine. What's yours? What is yours? Create a positive mantra or a quote to remind you of what it is that you want to pursue. Just say it out loud, write it in your journal, and just let it go out. Go floating out into the universe for God and all of creation to see and float. And if anybody tries to sink your floating boat, get them out of here. Say, sorry, no, that wasn't for me. You misspoke. Especially if it's somebody who's close to you. There's people who are close to you that might be negative or say like, what are you, crazy? And that'll never happen or whatever. And just say, I'm sorry, but no, that's not for you. That's not for you to correct. Mark does that every once in a while. He's very, he's very concrete. He doesn't believe in all this woo-woo stuff. And I said, are you kidding me? You should believe in all this woo-woo stuff because that you are absolutely the manifestation of this woo-woo stuff. And so is this house. You've been hearing me say this for years. That'll shut him up. And it does. Number 2, remind yourself of how much you've done and how far you've come. Remind yourself, because today is a different day. We have a tendency when we look into the past to look at all the bad stuff and roll around in all the bad experiences that we have. But I want you to do a different type of inventory of your past. Look for the success. Write about that. Remember what that felt like, because we can take that and apply that for what it is that you want right now today. What do you think of that? Of course we can. If you had it then, you got it now. It's just a different pursuit. That's all it is. Isn't that great? So keep that in mind. Number 3 is find a role model. Who do you know who is consistently sunny and optimistic? Who do you know who goes out and does things? There's your role model. Just watch what she's doing and see what she's doing. Do what she does and watch how that doesn't also light up your life. Watch for the consistency. Watch for the frog eating. Watch for all of these things. You will see things that just absolutely 100% apply to you too, because she's already doing it. Not so that you can do it exactly the way she's doing it. Remember, you are always going to create your own custom plan. You need to. You are unique. Remember that? Fearfully and wonderfully made. Does that ring any bells? Here on purpose and for purpose. That means that you create your custom plan, but it doesn't mean you can't have role models. So look for the role models, find one. Number 4 is look for the silver linings and focus on that. I'm going to tell you something right now. It's not always sunshine and roses. It's not always optimistic and lovely. Sometimes somebody poops in your garden. They do. Sometimes it's just like really, it's pretty yucky. It's hard. But I'm going to tell you this right now, and this is the thing that I know without a shadow of a doubt, is that when you focus on the poop in your garden, you miss the flowers. So clean up the poop and go back to focusing on those flowers, okay? Number 5, don't prognosticate. This is, well, that's not going to work. Well, you know better than that. That's too hard. I can't do that. I always, just stop it. Has that ever worked out for you? It's not going to work out for you this time either. All of that stuff is the stuff that's held you back. Those little things, those words have created mountains out of molehills. Those things have created blockades to your heart's desire. So when you hear yourself doing that, just say, nope, nope, time out, start over, clean the slate. Here's the deal. Here's my focus. Here's my solution. I know. And there's some little sentence starters that you can help yourself with. Think, what if, not in the scary, oh, what if the sky falls, not henny penny stuff. But what if it all worked out? What if I did get that house on the lake, on the water, with a dock and a boat? What if I did this? And then the next one, can you imagine? Write those two things down. What if, positively, right? And can you imagine? And allow the creativity to go psh, like this. Because when it does, oh my gosh, you feel like a different woman. Everything starts to shift and change, and you see yourself in a whole different light, and you start to think about other things, focus on the positive, and come up with creative solutions. And that comes into your reticular activating system, and bingo, bango, boom. Whoa, there it is. What do you know about that, right? Number 6, positive rituals. Your morning and your evening ritual, your journal, your meditation, all of that stuff. This is all positive. This is all self-care. This is saying I'm first. And when you put yourself first as a priority, everything else flows. Trust me on this. This is gospel truth. Okay. Number 7, check in and be accountable. Don't do the Irish goodbye stuff. You know how many people I've seen? Oh, thousands over the years. Here I am. I'm all in. Here's my pictures. Here's the thing. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm about. Blah, 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 blah. I'm checking in, and they're all about the hot melt sprint. Then all of a sudden, poof, gone. Not one word. Irish goodbye. What do you think that is? You know, that's because they deemed themselves not needing to be accountable. Sometimes we need to go past this place of just saying, checking in and saying, I need an accountability partner because this is really critical and important for me. And my normal thing is I Irish goodbye everybody. So you know yourself. Do you need an accountability partner? Go find one. It's simple. Ask. Remember, without asking, you always get a no. So ask. You'll find one. Number 8, do you say negative things? Yeah. Do you say negative things? Well, that's never going to work. Are you that person that's saying all of that? Then I challenge you right now that every time that comes out of your mouth, you say, I'm going to roll that back and I'm going to spit that out. I want to say something different. Because when I want that switch to go off in your head that says this is not helpful. It's not helpful because remember this is a big connector. Every time you make these kind of declarative statements, your brain lights up and says, okay, understood, direction taken. And that's the direction your brain is going to go into. I'm not kidding. Your brain has absolutely zero moral compass. Your brain doesn't care about what it is you want. Your brain only cares about what you tell it to do. And if your negative thoughts and your negative words are saying, I can't, I won't, it's overwhelming, etc., you're not going to get past that point. You'll just go in that negative loop and circle. Hear me on this. This is a big needle mover when you get past that point. Number 9, what you focus on expands. Focus on the solution, not the problem. Focus on the solution, not the problem. The problem's there. We don't have to expand on that. We need to expand on what the solution is. And you know, one of the things that I do, because it is really tempting to just go, oh, about the problem, is to say, so I don't know what the solution is, but the solution is out there. There is an answer to this. So I'm putting it out there to God and the universe and all the people within it, anybody who has the answer to this problem, that it will be met. I know there's an answer to this. I do. I've got one right now that I'm working on, and I've just thrown it out there. I pray about it. It's in my journal, and I know that the person that I need to connect with to help me with this, they're going to be there. Just a matter of time. Yeah. Number 10. Well, we talked about this yesterday. Do you remember that? Act as if. In other words, we don't fake it till we make it because we're not fakery. We're not putting on facades. We're not putting on happy faces like our moms told us to do when we were little. What we're doing is we're going to be it till we see it. I am an athlete. I said that, I said that when I was 170 pounds. I said it when I was struggling a little bit with some weight. So what? But guess what? Athletes do certain things. I am an athlete and I train daily at the table and in the gym joyfully. Joyfully. Right? That's being it till you see it. That's rewinding it in and going the full Monty. And when you go the full way and you just are in and you are 100% committed to that hot desire that's in every single one of your hearts, every single one of you, you're going to get what you want. I guarantee it. You're not going to do it perfectly. You will do it excellently if you don't quit on yourself, though. And that's what this pursuit stuff is all about. Don't wish. Don't just want and yearn. Pursue it. Everything you've got, because you've got the stuff. God put it in your DNA. And I believe in you too. So let's do this together. What do you think? Huh? Well, Elizabeth Ann, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Aw, sweet thing. If you were here, I'd give you a big hug. Thanks so much for being here. I'm here Monday through Thursday, same time. So I appreciate all of you for showing up and for being a part of my life. You are all the best. Don't forget, if you missed any of the announcements from the very beginning of the show, you can go to savingdinner.com/announcements. And ladies, pinkies up, Elizabeth Ann, you know what this means? It means that we're all in agreement. We're in solidarity. We're here for each other. Love you all. Peace be with you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.